I never felt unsafe in Iraq, I promise you. That night here, I was terrified.
You heard it there. Lisa Williamson is a retired Army captain. She came under fire while stationed in Iraq, but avoided injury. But that wasn't the case recently when she said she and her husband had to dodge bullets less than a mile from their Algiers home. WDSU Investigates has looked into a string of incidents involving gunfire near the popular West Bank levee path. The NOPD has made an arrest in connection with the two incidents, but Chief Investigative Reporter Greg LaRose says that there are still questions about the police version of events.
Lisa Williamson and her husband Tyrone decided to take a Halloween night stroll on the Algiers levee. They live nearby, it's well lit. Lisa bikes here all the time, so they didn't give any second thoughts to stopping here at this bench and taking in the scenery.
So for me, it was a familiar, surrounding, safe.
That changed after the Williamsons say they saw headlights down the path about 1,000 feet away. They believe whoever was behind the wheel should have been able to see them that night.
Without a
Hell
doubt.
yeah.
Without a doubt.
They was
because
targeting us.
You got a light here and a light there.
Right.
And then he has his headlights on.
Bright
Then he
lights.
puts bright lights on.
A police report says the couple heard several popping sounds, then saw the vehicle's bright lights come on. More shots followed.
Then the shot rings out, pow, and I say, that was a gun, babe. And he looked at me and said, yeah, that was a gun. And I did like that. As soon as I did this, I got hit here.
Tyrone says he saw Lisa's arm was bleeding through her sweatshirt and told her they needed to move. That's when they say more shots rang out.
I saw a round hit the left side of the grass. We heard it pew, and then it pew in the grass. And I was like, this is real, those are bullets. And then another round hit on the right side of the grass. As we were moving, by this time, Tyrone said, run.
The shots were fired about a half-mile downriver from the NOPD's 4th District station, and that's where the Williamsons were heading. When they got there, police were already outside for a community Halloween event.
Then we began to tell them what was going on, and they were like in shock, and I think one of them said, I thought that was gunshots I heard.
The NOPD's report says an officer went to the levee and found 15 9mm shell casings. They also found a beer bottle set on top of a speed bump. Lisa Williamson was taken to the hospital where an emergency room physician diagnosed that she had been grazed by a bullet. The NOPD has a different account. A police report from that night says Williamson may have been struck by a possible bullet ricochet. There was no hole where a projectile entered her sweatshirt and no exit wound on her arm. When WDSU asked for an update on the investigation, we were told detectives determined Williamson wasn't grazed by a bullet, but instead hit with a shard of glass. Evidence led police to believe one or more people were using the area for target shooting. We used information from police records to calculate that the gunfire was coming from about 1,000 feet away. We shared what we know about the Halloween night incident with a ballistics expert. We asked whether glass struck by a 9mm bullet could travel a distance of more than 3 football fields and cause an injury similar to the one suffered by Lisa Williamson.
No, in my view, there's no way you would get 1,000 feet from a glass shard. It would need to impact the victim with sufficient velocity to cut through the sweatshirt and cause the injury to the arm.
There were 2 similar reports of gunfire in the area after the Halloween night incident. Police say they arrested Vincent Anderson the night of November 13th after a 4th District officer heard gunshots coming from the levee. An NOPD report says 60 bullet casings were found, and Anderson was arrested with a legally owned 9mm handgun in his car. He told an officer he was shooting his gun at the ground, and he was charged with illegal use of a weapon. On November 30th, police told WDSU that detectives had linked Anderson to the Halloween night gunfire that injured Lisa Williamson. He was charged with another count of illegal use of a weapon and negligent injuring. That means police don't believe he was aiming at the couple. The Williamsons say they aren't convinced the same suspect is responsible for the shots fired in their direction, and they don't accept the NOPD's explanation that the suspect was target shooting.
Unless they consider us targets.
Yeah.
The NOPD would not detail how the 2 cases were linked. They provided a ballistics report from the Halloween incident that says the shell casings found that night were fired from 2 different guns. We asked NOPD for the ballistics report from the night Anderson was arrested and were told it couldn't be provided because it's part of a pending criminal case. Meanwhile, Lisa Williamson says she's back on the levee path during daylight hours, but at night?
Heck no. Hell to the no, I wouldn't be out here after dark.
Victor Anderson has no prior arrest on his record. He's being represented by the Orleans Public Defender's Office, which declined comment for this story. His next court date will be early next year. For WDSU Investigates, I'm Greg LaRose.
This afternoon, the NOPD provided information that wasn't in their original report from the Halloween night incident. It says emergency medical staff found Lisa Williamson did not have a ballistic injury wound to her forearm, but she was struck by a high velocity object. Williamson's hospital discharge records, though, they contradict this. They say that she was treated for a gunshot wound to her arm, described as a traumatic penetrating injury.